Hello, Mrs. Conley's class. Today we are going to be talking about attributes of shapes. And all an attribute is a trait or characteristic to describe an object. And in this case, we are describing shapes. When you're talking about attributes of shapes, you want to stay away from words like shorter than, longer than, stretching out, color, or texture. The vocabulary that you want to be using are sides, corners or vertices, angles, it's a closed shape, quadrilaterals, parallelograms. This is the type of vocabulary you need to be using when you're talking about shapes and attributes in geometry. So let's take a look at the first shape we have here, which is a triangle. It has three sides, 1, 2, 3. It has three corners or vertices, 1, 2, 3. It has three angles, 1, 2, 3. And it is a closed shape. Which, by the way, all of these shapes are closed. They would not be a shape if they are not closed. The next one is a square. A square has four sides that are congruent or equal. It has four corners or vertices, four angles. It is a closed shape. It is also a quadrilateral, which just means it has four sides, and a parallelogram, which just means that it is a four-sided figure with opposite sides that are parallel. And I actually have two separate mini lessons, one dedicated to quadrilaterals and one dedicated to parallelograms. And a square is a special kind of rectangle. And the reason why it is a special kind of rectangle is if you look at the definition of a rectangle or the attributes of a rectangle, it's pretty much the same except for when you come to the four sides. So the rectangle, it just has four sides. It has four corners or vertices. Four angles. It is a closed shape. It is a quadrilateral, and it is a parallelogram. Okay, the next set of shapes that we have here are the trapezoid. And the trapezoid has four sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has four corners or vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has four angles, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a closed shape. It has one set of parallel lines, and the set is one is there and one is there. Okay, a lot of times I have my students say one parallel lines, and that is not correct. It is actually one set of parallel lines, here and here. It is also a quadrilateral. The next shape is the pentagon. It has five sides, five corners or vertices, five angles, and it is a closed shape. Now this pentagon here is the typical shape that we see for when we're describing a pentagon, but this is actually a pentagon as well. Because it fits our definition. Does it have five sides and five corners? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, 5 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has five angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is a closed shape. And a lot of times in our lessons, we encourage the students to make up their own kind of pentagons, sort of trying to give them a visual and the definition of what a pentagon really is. So both of these shapes are pentagons. The next one is a hexagon, 6 sides, 6 corners or vertices, 6 angles, and it is a closed shape. Again, this is our typical hexagon here, but this is also a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it does fit our definition of the hexagon. So when you're describing attributes of shape, there's a lot of vocabulary, there's a lot of different shapes that you need to be looking at, but it actually is quite fun once you get the hang of it. Geometry is a lot of fun. And that concludes my lesson on attributes.